Continuing here. So yeah, let's give Trump a chance. Okay, look, socialists, communists, Democrats, Republicans. I appeal to everybody. I implore everybody. Okay, liberals, conservatives. Let's just give the guy a chance. Okay, and just say, look, give him the benefit of the doubt, and if he's for the people, we'll find out. If he's not, we'll find out. But so many of these politicos, man, I mean, this idea that these people can vote themselves raises just sickens me. Trump's not accepting any pay. Good. I'd put all these people on minimum wage job. That's it, man. No pay raises. Minimum wage. That's all you get, man. No, you're doing these jobs because you're of noble heart and mind and spirit, and you want to do the right thing for America. That's why you work for a minimum wage job, right? That's it, man. You're nobody. You're nobody. There's plenty of politicians. They're vying for those jobs. Don't tell me it's just like attorneys. No, we get you a dime a dozen for you politicos. I mean, hey, that's just the way it is. So suck it up. That's what I do. I really, but the idea that these people can give themselves raises while raising our cost of living and not giving the workers commensurate cost of living adjustments, it's appalling to me. Just appalling. Just appalling. They sicken me to the depths of my stomach, man. I just want to vomit. I just want to have explosive diarrhea. That's what these people make me want to do. Okay, it's just crap you out, man. You're sicking me, man. All these politicos that they insulate themselves. We don't care what happens to the cost of living. We'll give ourselves cost of living adjustments and then some. Little reward for doing an abysmal job for the public, right? So, yes, let's stand behind Trump. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. Let him do what he wants to do. Let him fix America, and by extension, he's going to be fixing the rest of the world. Okay, so all these problems with the refugees and the migrants and all this crap that's going on, all that stuff would subside very quickly if we let him free reign. Free reign, okay? Do what you need to do, what you believe is right. But he's got to be talking these things over. He's got to be talking to people about the difference between renting and owning and this Section 8, this social welfare program, just to increase the wealth imbalance. And it feeds the problem and makes it worse. It's ridiculous. And that, like I said, it's just a many over and over and over of insane policies we have. Please, for God's sake. I mean, folks, I don't know what else. I guess I should, the right time in history. That's where I ended the tape before, and that's it. It's got to be the right time in history. God's going to be the one doing it. It's not Trump. It's going to be God demanding it get done, that there's no more time, the evildoers have run out of time, there's nowhere to hide, and that their reign of terror on the earth is rapidly expiring. Okay, that's it. They're going down, in other words. And they can kick and fight and scream about it, and they will. And that's what's so scary, is they're going to fight like hell to prevent losing their power and position and place in this world and becoming irrelevant. They don't want that to happen. They do not want humanity free. They do not want the captives to be set free, as Scripture says. Okay, they do not want that to happen through universal, absolute, true freedom, prosperity through prosperity, and the accompanying security, that way out of fear that it brings too. They don't want that to happen. So let's unify together. I didn't care. I would have voted for Trump as a Democrat if he called himself a liberal, if he called himself a socialist, if he called himself a whatever, okay? I would have voted, just like JFK. People would have voted for him if he was a Republican, if he called himself a capitalist, and he was a capitalist, by the way, and he was fiscally conservative. He was cutting taxes. So, I mean, yeah, the conservatives, good, true, honest conservatives, fiscal conservatives, liked JFK's policies. So we have a lot of common ground, one whole hell of a lot more common ground than less. Do you think that the evildoers that are running you around, roughshod over you, pulling your strings, you think they want you to figure that out and to unify with those on the other side of the debate? You think they want you to figure that out? No, they don't. They don't want you to figure that out. So all these mainstream media, they're just working for the Bilderberger group types and spewing out nonsense. Everybody wants to get in economics and put their 2 cents in. Got Steve Pachenik out there. He thinks he knows everything. I thought he was a psychiatrist. I mean, has he read Adam Smith's book, The Wealth of Nations? What does he really know about macroeconomics and how do you define progress relative to true capitalism so we can identify whether or not we have true capitalism? Any of these people. I mean, Max Kaiser, at least on the Kaiser Report, and Stacy, his wife, they talk about these things, you know. I mean, they're honest because they want the best for people, just like I do. Just like there's a lot of good, decent, upright people. Noam Chomsky does. Okay, and they know. These are people that know something about it. G. Edward Griffin. They know something about the root of the problem, where all the problems are emanating from in society. This wealth imbalance, all the poverty that's being created here on purpose. This is how they steal your wealth. And then they throw, I don't know, the problem overwhelming. It's just these stupid, poor, lazy people that now we need this social welfare system. They can't hold their own. They can't compete in the social Darwinian atmosphere, dog eat dog, rat race competition. So we got to help these poor, pitiable people out. We're a compassionate nation, so we need social welfare programs. You understand? And everything just makes everything worse. And so it's just a diabolical game. On talk about a macro level. I mean, these grand puppeteers they're insatiably evil. There's no amount of evil and misery they can bring upon humanity that is going to satisfy them. Okay? So we've got to, it's a life and death struggle for decent, upright people and for the future generations, for your kids, grandkids, for whoever. Just for being good, decent, upright person. Do it for yourself and for your conscience sake. To say, I want to stand before God someday. I want to be somebody. I want to make this a better world. For God's sake, let's unify and thwart these evil idiots and admit there are many fixes, simple fixes. The mainstream media won't say it. They'll say, oh, no, it's a very complex situation and all this crap. It's been convoluted and confused for a long time on purpose. They want us discombobulated, okay? They don't want people to get it together and be empowered and recombobulate and say, hey, let's join forces here. All you good socialists, all you good capitalists, all you good liberals, all you good conservatives, all you good Democrats, all you good Republicans, come together on this common ground. Let's recombobulate, join forces, and kick butt and demand justice in the land. Let's call the Labor Department out, for example. That's one little thing we could do, and start asking some questions, telling them they got some explaining to do. Okay, what happened to the buying power of a minimum wage job in the last 55 years? What happened there? How did you drop the ball? Was that just idiocy? Was that incompetence? Was that an oversight? What the hell's going on here? That would have prevented these problems, you understand? Because the masters, that is the bosses, that is the employers, would have bitched and moaned and said, what the hell do you mean? I got to pay more by law. I got to pay my workers more. What the hell's going on here? So they would have said, they would have been the ones where the rubber met the road. And they would have said, no, I don't want to have to pay these people. That's a lot more. Why is the cost of living going up? What's going on here? And so we would have gotten to the bottom of it right there, so the thing never would have spiraled out of control like it has. Where $1 an hour is commensurate with $40 an hour today. That's what I mean about spiraling out of control. It never would have reached this point. Because employers would have said, well, I guess I got to keep my prices down, and everybody's got to work together to keep whatever commodities or services they offer down, or combination thereof. We work together as one big family, a nation, right? To set a good, proper example for the rest of the nations. But instead, we got this mess, this crap hole to contend with. We're in a lot of trouble, folks. We're in a lot of trouble, and only God can help us now. I'm 100% confident of that statement. We've got to turn to God. It's only God. It's not going to be Trump that gets in it. It's going to be God doing it through Trump. That's it. And all the good, decent, upright people that are helping to stand up against the evil in this world, in this land, and get to the bottom of things. Okay, I'm going to go on to some current events from this past week. Last week I talked about, cod liver oil being very important for the protection of the lungs, to keep everything loose and lubricated down there and help you to expel this stuff. It really will. You just go to your local grocery store. I mean, for $4 or $5, you could get these capsule, 100 capsules, cod liver oils, pure A&D is all good natural stuff. It's an ancient medicinal food. Take a handful of those every once in a while when you think of it, 10, 15, 5, I don't know, whatever you feel like taking. I mean, but you don't take it all the time. You don't want to OD. Read the warnings. I mean, you want to go into it knowing what you're doing because it is a powerful vitamin. But it is a food. It's a nutrient. But also, with all these toxins in our blood, I highly recommend activated charcoal. I would get some capsules of that. That's a little more expensive, the activated charcoal, but I definitely would recommend that. And other medicinal foods. And definitely, if you don't feel thirsty this time of year, a lot of people don't. You got to kind of force yourself to drink more water. I'm preaching to myself. But hey, you have more about this. This business about medicinal foodstuffs. I mean, any greens are. I've been feeling an urge to eat spinach salad, so I've been making, boiling up some eggs and slicing them into salad. And it's not hard to put together a makeshift spinach salad. Broccoli is super healthy. The greens, vitamin K, cayenne, red pepper, super healthy food. Organic apple cider vinegar with the mother. Shake it up good. Get the medicine off the bottom. It'll adjust your pH, super healthy medicinal food. And your doctor is not going to tell you not to do any of those stuff. I just can't imagine it. B complex, super healthy. A lot of people that have mental disorders, what this Heather Locklear is going through, I really believe she could just have a B complex deficiency. If she was a drinker, alcohol drains B complex from your vitamin. Your brain absolutely needs a healthy, supply of B complex, and you can't deplete it and then not replace it. Okay, so eat B complex, Heather Locklear. I mean, anybody with any kind of mental illness. And they actually say this cod liver oil is an antidepressant, a natural antidepressant. That's what vitamin A and D does. So look into it, folks. I'm not just making stuff up. I know I've got a vast wealth of store of knowledge. Okay, I've been in the health food business since I was a child. I've taken health science in college. I've studied on my own. And my dad, he really taught me a lot because he had multiple sclerosis, got it in his 30s. Doctor said he had 5 years to live, doctors plural, and he lived to be 86. So I kind of do know. I don't follow everything. I don't practice everything I preach, but nonetheless, I can share the information. I still like to eat some junk food, but I think you can get away with some junk food if you eat enough medicinal food to go with it and drink. So I just don't worry about it. I enjoy junk food just like everybody else once in a while. And fruits, you got to have fruits containing vitamin C. You got to get an ample amount of that, or you got to supplement your vitamin C. But as we all know, so a critical, and that's something else that your body is using more of. In fact, I probably should take some vitamin C right now while I'm thinking about it. Get this vitamin C complex from Trader Joe's. They make a pretty good product. Yeah, it's 1,000 milligrams, I think. So, 500 milligrams. I'm going to take one of these right now. So, there's a lot of medicinal foods. Oil of oregano, super powerful, external and internal. I do believe if you catch skin cancer early enough, for a guy like me that spent a lot of his life outside in landscape, anything, any anomaly, any itchiness that doesn't go away and heal the way it's supposed to, in short, then it's suspect. It's an anomaly. And so I will apply oil of oregano on it, and it seems to heal it every time. Every time that happens to me, I put oil over any suspicious asymmetrical patches that I might get, and I've had a few. Okay, my mother had skin cancer. Back then, I mean, I don't think anybody knew about oil of oregano being a treatment, but I'm not the only guy that testifies to that. Okay, and it's something my dad had told me about, and he knows a hell of a lot about a hell of a lot in this matter. But internally too, it can help. So it will reduce your candida. Everybody's got candida in their gut. You need some. But if you eat any sugar, excess sugar, you're going to end up with too much candida and it's unhealthy. So by taking some oil of oregano internally once in a while, it's an expensive supplement. But take it once in a while, and you will benefit internally. I really believe that. Very powerful medicinal food. And there's some people that swear to turmeric. I haven't used it much, but I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. That's all. And remember, a lot of this is mind over matter too. As a man thinketh, your beliefs are very powerful. So believing that what you're doing is the right thing. I mean, and mix that with science too. There's science behind this stuff. Like drink plenty of water. Have you heard there's plenty of science behind that? Clean water, purified water. You don't want fluoride water or any other chemicals they might add to it. And you don't want to risk drinking glyphosate, which could be in the well water and other stuff. So you just, drink good water, good